Hello. Okay, guys, so I am busting out of my skin, so excited to introduce you guys to my new best friend. This is Copaiba. Let me tell you a little bit about Copaiba. Copaiba comes from South America, and Copaiba is mainly constituted of cannabinoids. Who said that? I did. Because guess what? Cannabinoids are not a bad thing. And I'm going to spend a little bit of time today telling you how Copaiba is not only legal, it's totally safe, and it's going to benefit your entire body. But first of all, real quick, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Hillary Wolf, and I am a doTERRA wellness advocate. And I work with individuals to create freedom in every aspect of their lives. So back to Copaiba. Why is Copaiba my BFF? Let me break down what a cannabinoid is. I'm going to try and break it down in an understandable way, but for anybody who's on, please feel free to throw out some comments, questions, let me know you're here. So let's get started. So did you know that you actually have a system in your body, a very complex system called the endocannabinoid system? And this system is actually kind of a big deal. So what this system is responsible for doing is keeping all of the processes in your body calm, smooth, functioning properly while you're dealing with constant fluctuating external stimuli. So basically what that means is this particular system in your body is making sure everything's running smoothly in your day-to-day life. So happens all day long. But that's kind of a big deal, don't you think? That's kind of a big job. So obviously this system in our body has to be pretty complex. It has to use a lot of different organs and vital systems and cells, and there has to be really good cell communication. So that's our endocannabinoid system. There are actually two pieces or two different sections of your endocannabinoid system, and each one has a different type of receptor. So the first one has to do with your brain and your central nervous system. Well, the second one has to do with your endocrine system and your immune system. So that endocrine and immune system has to do with cell messaging, hormones, anti-inflammatory responses, making sure everything is running smoothly, while your brain has to deal with your mentality and, central nervous system. So there are actually 3 different plant-derived cannabinoids that, when introduced to our body, work with the receptors that are a part of our endocannabinoid system. So let's go over a couple of the actual plant-derived cannabinoids. 2 of them you probably already know. The first one is CBD. So we've heard that kind of thrown out there when we're thinking of alternative therapies that are out there right now. This particular CBD, cannabidiol, actually doesn't interact with any of our receptors within the endocannabinoid system. And when it does interact with any of the receptors, it doesn't do it well. So it does provide therapeutic benefits, but you kind of have to think, is there a gap there? Isn't there something out there that might actually connect with the receptors in our body to actually be more therapeutic? So then our second cannabinoid, especially from Colorado, you're probably very familiar with it, is THC. And THC actually only connects with the endocannabinoid receptors that are in your brain and your central nervous system. So they're going to create psychoactive effects, and then you're going to have to bring in the legality of using something like THC. Then we've got a third cannabinoid, and this one is what's in Copaiba. And this one is the super exciting connection between both of these. So this third one is beta-caryophyllene, BCP, and this third one gets the best of both worlds. It's doing everything that the first 2 aren't doing. So it's actually affecting the receptors of the second system, so the endocrine system and the immune system, but it doesn't affect the receptors of the brain and the central nervous system like THC does. So there are no psychoactive effects, yay, but it's also having direct therapeutic effects on all of the cells that are managed within this massive complex system. So needless to say, this BCP is pretty awesome because it's really going to work on a whole system. It's going to work on your whole person. A quick side note, it's not going to show, if you use Copaiba oil, it's not going to show up positive on a drug test. It's perfectly legal, it's perfectly safe, and it's extremely, extremely beneficial. I probably can't say that enough. So I'm actually going to go through physically different things that it supports. I'm going to read them off a sheet, but this really kind of just hits the tip of the iceberg because this is such an amazing oil that it really does hit your whole body. It benefits your entire system. So that's extremely exciting. But the other piece is Copaiba is not the first essential oil or even food that we have available that has BCP, this third cannabinoid, in it. Did you know that black pepper essential oil has BCP in it, as does Melissa essential oil, ylang ylang, clove, helichrysum, and even juniper berry? But the thing with Copaiba is it's in a much higher percentage of its compounds than any of those other essential oils. So those therapeutic benefits that we're going to get from the BCP cannabinoid are going to be that much more. So real quick, let's talk about what it does physically. Physically, again, I'm going to read it just so I don't miss any. It's, like I said, it's basically going to support your overall body, but it's going to support your liver, your cardiovascular function. It's going to support proper immune function and is ultimately going to boost your immunity. It's going to support your digestive system. It's going to support your respiratory function. It's going to support a normal inflammatory response. It's going to aid in cellular integrity and cell support. It's going to calm and soothe. It might even help with sleep if it's super calming and soothing. When you use it topically, you can actually use it on skin blemishes to diminish those blemishes and boost your overall skin appearance. And the one that I love that I found is it may actually help individuals deal with alcoholism and drug addictions. So the list can probably go on and on and on, but these are just a few things that we can at least start with. With Copaiba oil, you can use it 3 different ways. You can use it aromatically to get that calming and relaxing effect, especially right before bedtime when you're really trying to shut down your brain. You can use it topically. Like I said, it's great for skin imperfections. If you're dealing with anything nerve-wise, we talked about how it doesn't directly affect the central nervous system, but when you put it on the skin, it's going to go into the skin and have therapeutic benefits on the cells. So if you have overactive nerves or soreness from working out, this is a great one to just put directly on the skin. And you can take it internally. And this is super exciting because just a couple drops in a capsule, hi Jen, just a couple drops in a capsule every day is going to hugely support your entire body. So aromatically, topically, and internally are all going to be great ways to get this oil into your system and working with that entire endocannabinoid system, with your cell communication, with all of your tissue inflammatory response, and with your immune system. The other piece is the emotional side. So if you guys know me, you know that I usually pick out the emotional benefits of an oil before picking out the physical benefits, because you can't have your full physical health without having really great emotional health as well. So of course I have to tell you that this is the oil of unveiling. And what it does when you diffuse it, or if you are to put it on your wrist and smell it, this is one that's actually going to help individuals accept and deal with pieces of their past, especially negative pieces like shame or not feeling worthy or guilt. So this oil is basically going to help you kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's also going to help with feelings of self-worth and feelings of self-acceptance and feelings of grounding. So basically, you've got the whole package. You've got the emotional piece, which is awesome. And then you have the physical piece, which is absolutely amazing. So this entire package, there's one more key point that I want to point out. This entire package is actually much more cost effective than a lot more therapies out there, and probably more effective in general on how they work with your body. So we talked about cannabidiol, that one cannabinoid that's not really connecting with your receptors in your body. That is put into something that's being used right now called CBD oil. Well, did you know CBD also has BCP, that third cannabinoid that's in Copaiba? So CBD oil usually goes for anywhere between $120 and $300 per month for that CBD oil. And you're really just getting about 35% BCP, that beta caryophyllene that we're so excited about in CBD oil. With Copaiba, my new best friend, you get 55% of that BCP for $35 for this one bottle. And this 15 milliliter bottle has about 250 drops in it. So obviously you're going to get way more bang for your buck when you go with doTERRA's Copaiba essential oil. If there's one reason to sign up with a membership, it's Copaiba. Absolutely, hands down. So if you guys have any questions on anything that I went over today, just let me know. If you want to know how to get this in your hands, in your diffuser, on your body, let me know. I will help you get that in your wellness toolkit. Thank you so much for tapping in today. And if you catch this on the replay, definitely let me know that you were here. And again, if you have questions, let me know. I'm going to post some scientific blogs that might explain it a little bit differently, but I'm so excited for my new best friend, Copaiba, and I'm really excited for you guys to try it as well. Thanks so much. Have a great day.